Good afternoon, students. Today we will continue this probability topic. Here, today is the part 3, and if you have understand this part 1 and part 2, then only you can do this part 3. This part 3 is very interesting, and in this part, we will do these two. First, we will do the multiplication theorem on probability, and second, we will do the independent events. So look here, these are very important part for your board exam. So we will do these two part. Look here, students, we will do first the multiplication theorem on probability. So this is not a new thing. This already we done this formula. You know this formula, probability of E when F is already happen. Okay, means PE upon F, meaning is what is probability of E when we know the result of F, means probability of E when F event is given. Okay, look here, how we can find PE upon F, that is P, which event is first happen here, F. So probability of F intersection E upon PF we have. Okay, here look here, if you do cross product, what you get, PFE, or we get this PF intersection E, that is equal to PF into PE upon F. Look here this PF and E, or we can say PF intersection E, both is same. So don't be confused. Here we say that probability of E and F. What we say? Probability of E and F. Look here, if you have to find probability of F and E, means here which event is first happen, F event is happen first, and then the event E is happen. Look here, we have to find the probability of F and E, meaning is PFE, and that is equal to PF intersection E, that is equal to PF into PE upon F. Similarly, look here, sometime what happen, E event happen first, then we have the F event, then we will have this type formula, PF upon E equal to PE intersection F upon PE, and if we do the cross product, what we get, PE intersection F, that is equal to PE into PF upon E. Look here, this is a very simple formula, will be, look here, these formula, look here, this formula, first formula this, and the second formula is this. Look here, in this first formula, first is happen, after that E event is happen. So the probability of F and E will be equal to PF. PF means we know the result of F, so we can write the probability of F. Then this probability of E we will find that totally depend on F. Okay, because this F event is already happened and it will affect the probability of E. So similarly we have this second. So look here, this is the important, we can see here that the result is known as multiplication rules of probability. If we have more than two events E, F, G, then you can write the probability of E and F and G. Here which event is first, E event, then F, then G. So look here, we will have this type PE into PF upon E into PG upon EF. Look here, first probability E event is happen and we find the probability of E. Next F event will happen and F event may be affected by the previous event E. So that will be PF upon E. Next G event will happen and that will be affected by the E event and F event. So that will be PG upon E, G upon EF. When things are drawn without replacement, then we use the above rules to find the required probability. So this is very important, so you have to understand this. Now we will do the independent events. Look here, two or more events are given to you, especially two events will be given to you, and you have to find that these two events are independent. Independent, you know already, both are, no common part will be in two events, means we can say these are independent events. two events are, you can check these, two events are independent events if the probability of occurrence of one of them is not affected by the occurrence of the other. Means probability of one event is not affect the occurrence of the other. So both the probability will be not affected to each other. That time it is called independent events. Means E and F are two independent events. Then we can say PE upon F, that will be PE. Similarly, PF upon E, that will be PF. Means here, look here, the P probability of E upon F is what is? Probability of E when F is already happen, or we know the result of F. Means first F is happen, then E is happening. Means we get the PE upon F, and that is PE. Means it not same as that if we find the separate PE. Look here, the conditional probability E upon F and the PE both is same. That time we say it is a independent events. Look here, now the multiplication rules you can understand. P, E and F, that we can write PE intersection F. We know this formula. And look here, PF upon E is equal to PF. So place of PF upon E, you can write PF. So look here, if the events are independent events, that we can write, this is the important formula, that PE and F, that we can write PE intersection F, that will be equal to PE into PF. So if this multiplication is true, then we can say the events are independent. Look here, one more case you can understand that hence the events E and F are independent events if E and F equal to PE into PF, or we can say PE or F, that will be equal to PE union F. What is the probability of E union F? Means we get E or F, means 1 minus PE naught and F naught, means F भी नहीं आना चाहिए and E भी नहीं आना चाहिए. So that will be we will get, so 1 minus PE naught F naught, and this is a independent events. Means we PE naught F naught will be equal to PE naught and into PF naught. So we can write here this PE or F, that will be equal to 1 minus PE naught PF naught. PE or F meaning is at least one E or F, that is meaning will be. Similarly for three events we will have PE or F or G, that will be equal to 1 minus PE naught PF naught PG naught. Probability of at least one meaning is PE naught or F or G. So look here, two events are dependent events, not independent. That time this PEF will be not equal to PE into PF. This will be not equal. Then we say these are dependent. Dependent means not independent. Look here, this is the NCERT textbook exercise 13.2, question number first. If PA is given to 3 by 5, PB is given to 1 by 5, find a PA intersection B if A and B are independent events. Look here, if A and B are independent events, means what we can write, PA intersection B equal to PAB, and that will be equal to PA into PB. PA and PB we know already. Okay, so you multiply, you will get 3 upon 25. This is a very simple question. Okay, we will do example 2. Two cards are drawn at random and without replacement from a pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that both the cards are black. So look here, we will draw two cards from the 52 cards. Look here, total cards are 52 and black cards how many? 26. Black cards are 26. And we have to draw two cards alternate, and we will not do replacement. So first time total cards black cards are 26, but next time the black cards will be 25. Similarly, look here how we can do the probability of B1 B2, meaning is the probability of first card is black and second card is black. That will be without replacement. Two black cards will draw events are dependent events. So we can write here P B1 and B2, that is equal to P B1 and P B2 upon B1. So look here, first time we draw the black card, then what is the probability of black card will be 26 upon 52. Okay, second time when you draw the black card, since you are not putting the drawn card in the deck of the card, that time the black card will be 25 and total card will be 51. So we will have the second time the black card will be 25 upon 51. So all of you understand how this first event affect the second event. So we write here 25 upon 51, and you can cancel this 26 and 52. 1 upon 2 you get, that you multiply 25 51, you get 25 upon 102. This is a very simple question. So you can, we will do question number 3. A box of oranges is inspected by examining 3 randomly selected oranges drawn without replacement. If all the 3 oranges are good, the box is approved for sale. Otherwise, it is rejected. Find the probability that a box containing 15 oranges, out of which 12 are good and 3 are bad, and 1 will be approved for sale. Look here 3 are bad and 12 are good. Total, look here, 3 are bad and 12 are good and total are 15. That is given to your question. So you can write first total orange as 15, good orange is 12 and bad are 3. Look here, the box is approved. When it is approved, look here, when there's 3 good orange we get, means we can say that probability that first is good one, second is good and third is also good. So if that time the orange box will be approved. So look here, P G1, G2 and G3 we get, and that will be equal to P G1, P G2 upon G1 and P G3 upon G1 G2. So look here, first you will draw the orange that will be good. What is the probability? 12 upon 15. So you can write here 12 upon 15. Second time what happened, since you are not replacing the orange, so next time the good orange will be 11 and total orange will be 14. So you have 11 upon 14. Third time when you draw the orange, that time the good orange will be 10 and total orange will be 13. So that will be can write 0.3 into 0.4, that is 0.12. Now how we can find here PA or B, that is PA union B, that we can write 1 minus PA naught B naught, that we can write 1 minus PA naught B naught, and that will be equal to 1 minus 0.7 into 0.4, that we can write here 1 minus 0.28, that is 0.272. Neither A or neither B, that we can write 1 minus PA or B, and A or B already we find here, so you can write here 1 minus 0.72, that you can write 0.28. So hope you understand these all solution. Thank you and have a nice day.